Morning, folks. How are we doing? We're back here with Chantel, and I think only Chantel this time. Usually it's Chantel and Salah, or if I'm talking about Chantel by herself, it generally is on a live stream nowadays because it's pretty much just all like mukbang content. However, tucked amongst her pulling fat girl faces in her grocery haul and mukbang videos, we randomly have closure and truth regarding cat allegations. Guys, cat abuse, BS allegations, closure. Because, apparently she doesn't know how ellipses works, but okay, whatever. I'll always love you, BBJ. Also without proper grammar, but, she is only like an English major, so we can't really expect too much from her. You all know how I feel about animal abusers, and you know my opinion on Chantal. I do think she is abusive as a person, just in general. Like, I don't think animals are like the one saving grace for her. That it's the only thing in the world. She just, Goober is just leaving the room. She's like, I'm not here for this. Goober knows she'll get a wee bit upset about it, so she's left the room.
Guys, hi, welcome back. Today's video is going to be,
Well, you're already struggling to make eye contact with the viewfinder. That's a good start. I always find people are really honest when they can't look at, in the metaphorical eye, I'll say, when they can't look in the metaphorical eye, when they're explaining something, it's not always a good start.
if talking about this subject is something that annoys you, all you have to do is not watch, okay? Because I'm gonna say this once, I see a lot of comments from people saying, just give it up already, you gave your cat away.
Yeah.
So that means that I have no...
Don't people like give up already because you're being like totally ass blasted with this and like everyone has like worked out that you're an animal abuser? Isn't that like why people keep going like give up on it? Not like, oh, just stop talking about it, you move on. I don't think people are saying it like that. Are you saying it like that? Are you saying it like that because you don't want her to talk about it because it annoys you? Okay, it does. Okay, she's hiding her head now. Goober has come back. She decided she's going to brave it with us.
Right to talk about how something affects me in my life, apparently. So this is something that I want to talk about.
Is it still affecting you in your life?
I want to put closure to this situation. I want to have an official video, not just a live stream, which is why I didn't do a live stream. I want to have an official video.
But what is the difference? Like, honestly, what is the difference between doing this in a live stream and doing this on, like, this? Because, like, for a live stream, the only difference on a live stream is occasionally she would just shout at someone random in the comment section and then ban them. Like, that's the only real difference if she's just sitting here, like, puffing away on a shisha. I'm assuming this is... Well, it's 40 minutes long, so I'm assuming it's probably not actually scripted, which is not a good start. Hi, Squeaker. You here too? You coming up? Yeah, he's a good boy. Squeaker's here too. We're getting the whole gang together to review this dickhead.
Video talking about exactly what happened.
Doesn't everyone know what happened?
Truthful manner. You will see that my story doesn't change because it's the truth. I also...
Good jump cut. Okay, that makes me feel... That's probably also why she doesn't want to do it in the live stream, is because she can, like, edit it. it's just so she can edit it to try and make it seem, like, more coherent, which I guess makes a wee bit of sense. We'll be nice to her and say it makes a wee bit of sense. But what was her story? Like, her story is... Wasn't her story literally, like, I was going to, like, take them to the vet, but FFG's like Hitler and like snuck in and like tricked me into not taking her to the vet so she could use her against me, and I'm going to have her arrested and sued, like, which was already I think meant to have happened. So I think the story already has changed, hasn't it?
There's different groups of people. There's of course my beezers and my loyal followers who have seen...
Imagine you doing a coherent sat down video to discuss how you definitely are not an animal abuser, and you go like, my beezers love me. It's like, why the fuck would you use that term? Why would you use that? My beezers, guys. It's like, oh my god, you're so fucking cringe. It's like if, like, oh god, I don't know, PewDiePie came out and was just like, guys, I'm so sorry for saying the N-word that time, but I just want to sit down and have fun playing games again with the bro army, or whatever the fuck he used to call his fan base.
I've been on YouTube since 2017.
Thank you for always believing in me. Do they always believe in her? Like, doesn't she, like, routinely just, like, lose, like, large chunks of her, like, quote-unquote beezer audience?
And I'll just show you some clips of me and the cats.
I'm skipping this. I literally couldn't even pretend to give a shit about, like, some carefully curated pictures of her and the fucking cats. Be like, see, guys, my cats were totally repulsed by me. Obviously, I'm not an abuser. So you were skipping... What? Do you want to see them? We're not watching them. No, I don't care what you say. Squeaker's going to be vocal about this, because obviously it's a cat-related matter. Goober's less interested in cats, but Squeaker's obviously here. He's the voice of the people.
So as you can see...
What the fuck was that? Hi. Okay, good. Sorry. Squeaker decided to interrupt me the second I started. It was 4 minutes of just, like... There was, like here's some songs I sing to my cats. And then she just kind of awkwardly sang some songs. And then it's like, oh, and here's like BBJ getting petted. See, guys, oh yeah, I'm such an abuser, aren't I? Here I am petting her. It's like, it's literally, is this it? It's like, and it's like there's a clip of her giving Sam some food. It's like, oh yeah, look, obviously I've been starving him for years, haven't I, guys? I was like, is this it? Is this it? Wow, she petted her cat once at one point during her like decade-long career. Oh my god, obviously she couldn't abuse them, bro. I'm sorry, that it's like if you hear like a guy murders his girlfriend or something like that, and then people are like, hey, well, I don't think he did. Here's a picture of them at Disneyland together. Haha, check fucking mate. It's literally impossible. He murdered her. Like, it's that level of like, what the fuck is your defense here? Bro, you're a fucking idiot.
This is about BBJ.
Clearly.
Sam, my other cat, he's about 6 years old.
Sam, my other cat, I don't fucking know. He's somewhere right now, I think. Maybe he's somewhere right now. I don't fucking know. I think I'm getting him. I'm maybe bringing him to Kuwait. I'm not actually sure anymore. Is it? Well, I paid to get you looked after.
Someone taking care of him. I'm paying for all his needs right now. Anyway, it's for me to worry about. And it's...
No, I do know the biggest issue in the entire world is it isn't for you to worry about. It's for everyone else to worry about because people think you're a cat abuser. So, God, it's none of your business. It's for me to worry about how I do. No. That's the problem. It's for everyone else to worry about because you've made it everyone else's business because you did so badly with fucking BBJ. I really hope, I really fucking hope that Sam somehow manages to escape, like it's Homeward Bound or something like that. Sam gets out of his fucking cave, goes on a fucking journey, somehow ends up in BBJ's house with FFG's sister-in-law and brother, something like that, and they have a nice little time together. That would be such a better ending.
I moved to Kuwait to marry the love of my life. And
the love of my life, who I'd met like 2 months beforehand. Fantastic.
Someone who's very, very good for me after having been in...
Aren't you like eating yourself to death on camera right now? Like constant mukbangs? Like isn't that where we are in our life? Didn't you used to live somewhere that was literally called the fart box? Like, yeah, sure, okay, 100%, super good for you. Didn't you join the gym and pretend to go like one time? Like, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it, guys.
An extremely abusive, toxic relationship for almost 2 years. So this person is really good for me. I love him. So I had to make a tough decision. I wasn't sure at the time. Do I want to? I
had to make a tough decision, guys. Look, I literally met him on Tinder, and then a couple weeks later, I decided I had to go and live with him. I had to make a really tough... He was like the love of my life, guys. I had to make a tough decision. It's not like I rushed into my last relationship and it turned to shit. But this time, it was obviously going to work out and be literally perfect. So I had to literally immediately move to Kuwait. I don't get what you guys are like struggling to comprehend here. It like literally makes sense that I had to instantly move to Kuwait and like leave behind my best friend who supported me for years and just like tell him to go fuck himself, and he lived into like a fucking shoebox or something like that. And like my cats, I was going to hit them with a brick. Guys, I literally do not get where you're like where you're struggling with this. It just makes perfect sense. It's basically a Disney movie, but if like Disney had like a kitty Auschwitz in it, then it would be like a Disney movie.
Travel with the cats, maybe it would be better to leave them behind. I wasn't sure. I had to make a fast decision because I was moving fast. I had 1
Yeah, but maybe you didn't have to move fast. That's like the fucking issue, you dumb shit.
month back in Canada. I came to Kuwait, got married, came back home, and had about a month to pack up my entire life and leave everything behind in Canada to come here in hopes of having a better life with my husband. I don't know why I'm villainized for that, just because we didn't know each other for a very long time.
You're not like no. Okay, you're not villainized for like rushing to marry someone. You sound and look stupid, but you're not villainized. It's not like, oh my god, she's literally Cat Hitler only because she wanted to marry some guy she just met off Tinder like a desperate fucking loser. No. You're villainized because like you kept talking about killing your cats. That's why you're villainized. It's that. Like I don't get what you're hung up on here. But this part's pretty fucking clear. Like this is like I'm telling the truth here, guys. When you can't even be truthful about why people dislike you and criticized you.
Love doesn't really have a time. I mean, it's
cringiest shit I have ever heard in my entire life. How about you? Yeah, headbutt? Okay, you just headbutt me. You didn't want to answer that verbally.
Different for everybody, right?
Yeah, but also most people like love their animals. I'm like, what? Well, I don't love Squeaker anymore, like, because he just randomly headbutted the shit out of my microphone. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Don't turn away from me, sir. Okay, never mind. Like love is love is a magical thing, guys. Like that Love and Peace documentary she did, where love is a thing in the clouds that flies down on the wings of angels. All that bullshit she said. But most people also love like their animals and wouldn't just be like, oh well, I guess I have to kill it because like that guy he swiped right on me on Tinder. I can't see any other way out of the situation. He wants to fuck me, kind of, maybe, possibly, so I have to kill my cat. That's it. He wants to slay my pussy, so I gotta slay my pussy too.
But so far, he's proven nothing but to be loving, and complete.
I'm gonna, yeah, okay. I'm gonna skip this part, because I don't give a shit. Okay? We'll get to the actual interesting bit.
There's my Beezers who 100%.
I can't believe we're back to the fucking Beezers again. Earlier on, she'd said there's several groups, and we have hit the fucking rewind button. It's like Adam Sandler's maybe click. We've hit the fucking rewind button here. We are back. Will Smith's gonna pop out and say, hey, it's rewind time, because we're just back to this part again. Last time she just said Beezers and then moved the fuck on to an entirely different storyline. We're back to it again. Beezers again. Let's see if we ever get to number 2 in this list of people.
Leave everything. They've seen my relationship with the cats.
Nope, we're not.
I would not.
Never mind.
Cats.
Sure.
So I'm just.
Then why did they all like leave you? Then why did you lose so many of them during that? That doesn't make sense. Like my Beezers, who all know that I'm a great person, except all the ones that left because they didn't think I was a great person.
Addressing these defamatory accusations.
Oh God.
Okay.
Okay. This is why I say this is a fetish thing. This is a fetish thing. Like we all know the mukbang's a fetish thing. We all know she tries to make herself look as fat and ridiculous as possible in thumbnails. This is a fetish thing. There is no reason she would jump cut from her talking to her exhaling the smoke. There's no reason we'd do this. This is a fetish thing, guys.
Sorry, some people smoke shisha. Some people smoke cigarettes, 10 packs when they're doing a live stream. Some people smoke weed.
You do 2 out of those 3 things, so. Also, didn't she smoke cigarettes as well? Okay, cool. It's really weird. So it's a weird angle to go for when she's like constantly fucking smoking. To go like, haha. Well, FFG smokes. It's like, yes, she probably does. I don't know what the insult is. I literally have no idea what the fucking insult is. It's haha, you smoke.
I smoke my shisha. So then there's
good work. That burn was so good, you forgot your fucking train of thought.
People who just are this person who's spreading the rumors. Chinians. Those are her fans. We call them Chinians. Okay.
Aren't you like super fat? Like I realize she looks like a dainty queen here. But aren't you like super fat? Like really fat? Like really fat? Like some would say mortally obese. Other people have used the term death fat. Aren't you like super fat? I don't think you can talk shit and call someone Chinians. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, is there anything else you need to say to that? Okay, cool. I'm glad you called someone fat. That doesn't seem like fucking ridiculous. I've noticed her abaya is her hijab is extra tucked under her first chin to try and hide the rest, so she could try and make up burn, I guess. But I've seen you before. My memory's not that bad.
Who just believe anything this person says just because they hate me. Hate for someone will cloud your judgment.
I take back she cleaned her hijab. Never mind, it's still dirty. Thank you.
And it doesn't matter what I say. Some people are not going to believe me. That's fine. After my video, if you don't believe me, then that's fine.
I don't believe you before, during, and after. Is that still always fine?
I'm also turning off comments for this video because there are people who just don't want anything good to be true when it comes to me.
What the fuck does that have anything to do with the comments? What the fuck does that have anything to do with the comments? There's people who just don't like the people being truthful about me. What the fuck does that have anything to do with your comments? Surely your loving Beezers should be able to flood the comment section and all your sock puppet accounts with nothing but praise for you. It's almost like you're scared of people actually telling what really happened in the comment section. That's what I'm reading from this.
I'm not 100%
Good jump
innocent,
cut.
but I'm not an animal abuser.
Uh-huh.
So then there's also people who
Is this the third group of people? Because I've lost count. I think this is the third group. I think we've got Beezers, Chinians. You know, because this is a really serious video addressing animal abuse allegations. And so far, we have the rival factions of the Chinians versus the Beezers, guys. It's like Lord of the Rings, but really shit. Oh my god, are you out of breath from talking? Like, she's genuinely out of breath from, like, talking while sitting still. Like, maybe she should have, like, scripted this, because, like, she's, like, she's really struggling to think of something to say there.
it's complicated. Again, I said when I came back to Canada.
Is it complicated? Like, before she gives whatever fucking nonsense opinion she has on the matter, is it even complicated? Like, is it even complicated? Is anything about this story really that complicated? It's like, you didn't treat your cat well, her claws were growing into her pads, and she was, like, underfed and had, like, a couple of medical issues that you hadn't looked after. None of that's really complicated. Like, Chantel's not a complicated person. She didn't give a shit about her cat for, like, a year and a half, 2 years, because she cared too much about Natter. That's it. Like, it's not complicated. She was obsessed with Natter. Everything she did for, like, a year and a half, 2 years was entirely about Natter. She just didn't give a shit about anything else during that time. That's not complicated. That's just her being a fucking lunatic.
I had a month to pack up my whole life, and
you didn't.
It was,
you didn't have a month. She makes it like she really is talking like this is Deep Impact or something like that. And it's like, look, if I didn't pack up within a month, the meteor was going to hit my house and kill me. She makes it sound like that, as opposed to like, well, I decided I wanted to move to Kuwait. As such, I only had a month because I just randomly, arbitrarily just set that time limit on myself. So it's not like I only had a month, guys. You're the one who picked the fucking time limit.
It's really traumatic for me. It was really,
You guys know I love the word traumatic when it's totally out of context and does not fucking apply to the situation.
still dream about the cats, and
I dream.
I wish I had
So it's like a really shit version of Blade Runner. Do androids dream of electric cats?
done things differently, but I was cramped for time, and I wasn't
Because
sure what
of
to
you.
do. Part of me was listening to the influence of people as well, varying opinions.
Part of me was listening to the... Oh my god, could you blink any fucking more? When people lie, they blink more. Could you fucking blink any more? So she keeps looking up and to the left, which is also not a good sign for honesty. It's like, part of me was listening to the influence of other people. Was there like... I don't know, was it Pete when Pete was talking about taking like BBJ out behind was he like doing that old Yeller joke saying we're going to take her out behind the house and shoot her with a shotgun? Wasn't that Pete? Oh, he said something about throwing her in a wood chipper as well. Is that the negative opinion you were listening to?
Opinions like, don't put your cat down, don't give your cat away, rehome your cat to someone, blah blah blah. So
I noticed none of those said kill your cat. I noticed none of those like, oh, I was listening to the influence of other people. None of those said kill your cat. That's suspicious. The main thing you're being criticized for was not included in the advice given to you by other people.
basically the only options I had.
I'm glad you started that sentence and then just immediately took a drink of your coffee. You couldn't have like done the jump cut till after the coffee sip. No. We had to do like two words, coffee, and then continue.
That bringing them to Kuwait was going to be.
That's a good jump cut. That's a good jump cut right there. I'm assuming you started saying something about how it's like a really bad idea, and then you're like, oh shit. At the start of this video, I literally said I'm about to do that to Sam. Oh, I'm gonna have to fucking redo this.
I thought at the time that
I thought at the time 100% do it.
was going to be very traumatic for the cats because even taking them to the vet was very traumatic for them. They were very nervous and afraid. So bringing them,
I was an awkward, nervous laugh. It does not make me think you're being very genuine here.
myself to the Middle East was a huge feat, and so bringing two cats, and one of them being
Hi.
in their 20s, like 19, 20. She was basically...
Legitimately, I have no idea what age BBJ is. Every single time I hear someone talk about BBJ, it is older because I'm certain she started at 15 years old and now we're 20 years old. She's like Benjamin Button, but in fucking reverse. She just speeds up her age very fast. It was hard enough getting myself to Kuwait, let alone two cats. It's like, well, is it though? Because literally all you do is just book the cats in as like freight, pretty much. You book them in like to the cargo of the plane. Like if you're already going, it doesn't sound like it would be like any extra steps really, apart from get them in decent carriers and shit them on the plane with you?
I had her, I got her 2004, and she was 1 to 2 years, they said, at the shelter.
Oh god, she's 21 now. She keeps getting older. Oh my god, she keeps getting fucking older. Holy shit. This cat's good. She's gonna be Methuselah by the end of this. She's gonna be like 960 years old. Holy fuck. Oh, fantastic. I have no idea when she initially got the cat. I haven't been following Foodie Beauty for that long, so I don't know what the initial claim was. All I'm going with is like claims I've heard her say about the cat, and it has ranged from like 15 to 21 now.
Adopted her from. So she's an much elderly cat, living past life
She's a much elderly cat, guys. English grammar, much elderly.
expectancy.
Well, have you got a tiny bottle? Is this fetish? Is this the fetish thing as well? Does she buy like tiny bottles deliberately to make herself look extra fat? Is that like the thing? Does she get like tiny baby bottles so she can like hold them in a giant big fucking ham fist and then just be like, "Look, guys, I'm extra big today."
Okay, so for her, definitely it was
Drink. Okay. Could you not have just jumped past that bit?
not a good idea. Now, before I went to Kuwait the first time, I clipped their nails. I have nail clippers. It was not easy. I had to have help.
I don't believe you, because I remember her specifically talking about that at some point before the whole Q8 thing. I think it was before even she met Salah. She was talking about how she wanted to like trim the nails, but she couldn't because they would like freak the fuck out and go mental if she went near their nails. Because that was always her claim. Because I remember people were donating and saying like, "Please use this money and please take your cats to the vets to get her checked out." Like, I'm sure of that. And I remember her being fucking weird about the whole thing. And didn't, like, Monty come so they could go to the vets together or something like that? I know that's a wee bit before all this nonsense, like, but she, like, I don't believe her suddenly she was able to, like, handle BBJ and was able to handle clipping her nails manually herself when she kept doing that shit where she's like, "Oh, I've got an appointment for her. Oh, well, I slept in it, so we can't do the appointment today. Oh, well, the mobile vet's coming around next week." That shit over and over and over again. I don't believe Chantel suddenly was able to elbow drop fucking BBJ and was able to get her fucking clipped.
Because it was my one cat, my older cat BBJ, she freaks out.
I love that she keeps going like, my one cat, my older cat, sorry, BBJ, guys, the cat that you guys are on. Like, does she think this is like actually for like new people? Does she think someone like in the algorithm searched up big fat woman in hijab eating food and just very luckily they found her? She doesn't really appear in the algorithm anymore. Her videos get too many negative votes. But once you drop below like 50% like to dislike ratio, I think you're taken like out of the algorithm pretty much entirely. So like these wouldn't be recommended to anyone. None of her videos have over 50-50 like ratio. So she wouldn't be getting a new audience, as we've seen, because her view counts have been dog shit recently.
And shrieks very loudly if we touch her paws at all. In any regard,
if I touch, for example, Goober's lying beside me. "Hello, Goober, how are you?" She didn't even lift her head. It's late at night. I just touched all 4 of her paws. She didn't give a shit. Didn't even lift her head. If I touched one of her paws and she suddenly fucking yelped and screamed, I would examine that paw. If she didn't let me go fucking near it, or she was holding it awkwardly afterwards, I would take her to the vets. Wouldn't that be like the natural conclusion? If my animal like freaks the fuck out if I touch its paw, there might be something wrong with the paw. Isn't that what like a normal fucking human thinks? Like, and I realize human is like a fucking generous ass term for Chantel. 95% butter and all that malarkey, like, but come the fuck on. It's a stupid fucking defense. So, she freaked out and seemed to like screech in agony anytime I went fucking near her paw. It's like, yeah, I fucking wonder why. Like, Jesus Christ, bro.
Nails are even cut already if they're in good condition, whatever. She just doesn't like it, having her paws touched. And she's, I don't know if like she's more senile now, but she's become more moody as she's gotten older.
Older cats may vocalize excessively for a number of reasons, including disorientation, loss of hearing, and pain due to what? Pain due to one or more medical condition. Why would you show this? Why would you show this? Why would you highlight that fucking part? it directly contradicts what you just fucking said. You're trying to make it seem like, oh, she was perfectly healthy. She just didn't like people touching her paws. Bro, you literally fucking showed an example that she's probably scratching because of pain due to one or more medical conditions. The fuck is wrong with you? Are you actually fucking stupid?
I was told by a vet that she has arthritis.
Genuinely, she's just a fucking idiot, isn't she? No tee-hee, play, like, this is funny. She's just a fucking idiot, isn't she? Like no reservation. She's genuinely fucking stupid at this point. Like, if it's so stupid, I'm like, are you trolling? Are you trolling with this? Because it seems like you're being so fucking stupid. Like, nearly unbelievably fucking stupid. I really wonder what Sal's doing in the other room here. Is he just sitting there going like, my mom's talking to the internet again. She's in my gaming room, though, so I can't play PUBG, but at least it's on mobile, so if she lets me have the iPad, I can play it later. Sorry, guys, I'm just thinking about Sal, because he's the only one I give a fuck about in that household now.
Because she's older, she was developing kidney issues, so... I know that someone...
So you took her to the vets every couple months to have that checked up, and and we put her on a dietary plan for kidneys and arthritis and for joint function, and you didn't do any of that. But you're really disproving this abuse. You're really disproving. I don't know what. I take it all back. She actually is a great pet owner.
Said that she had a urinary tract infection, which of course is not completely
It's not unnormal, guys. It's just not unnormal at all.
Unheard of with elderly cats.
It's not unnormal.
They have kids.
Just stick with unnormal. It's not unheard of for cats. It's like, yes, that's why you take elderly animals to the vets more. Like, what is this defense? I'm struggling here. That I'm like, this must be a troll, because this defense is genuinely dog shit.
Issues. And I knew this. Now, she had a lot of health issues, and rehoming her after having her for so long I thought would be traumatic, and sometimes the humane thing to do is euthanize your pet, if that's the case. And what I was...
You know, guys, it's like, if you have your animal for a while, and then you can't have it anymore, you probably should just, hit it with a brick, because, why not? What? For anyone who doesn't know the lore behind the legendary Goober here, Goober's a rescue. Goober's a rescue. She's old, very old. She's very old for a dog. When I got her, like, she's very like. I don't know what this argument is. It's like, if an animal's old and someone can't look after it anymore, you should just kill it. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, just give it to home. If you can't do anything for it, look for someone to like look after it for you. Something like that. Like, I think Goober's like a shining star example here of like, you adopt, don't shop.
Planning on doing when I came back to Canada was bringing her to her regular vet, which I did have an appointment for, to determine with the vet if that was the best.
Wasn't like the appointment like non-existent until like you suddenly realize, oh shit, I'm literally about to give this fucking cat over. Oh god, it has all these issues. Oh fuck, this is probably gonna look really bad. And then you like text it, like, wasn't it like fucking like super late at night? I was like, oh, just so you know, I'm intending to actually take her to the vet in the morning. Just let you know, is that okay? Because you just suddenly realize, oh fuck, I have fucked this one massively.
Best option for her, or if she was going to, if it was okay to be rehomed. So, where she was going, because truthfully, people can lie all day when you rehome them. You don't know the truth is what happens, and that's what happened to me. I was deceived. I was lied to. My cat was actually stolen.
Was not stolen. The cat. Literally, it can't be stolen if you give it away. There you go. I'm sorry. That's like for you using all these legalese words. It wasn't stolen. You give the cat away. It can't be stolen if you give it away.
And nobody knows how she's doing today or where she is.
Nobody knows? Like, I think FFG might. I think FFG's, like, sister-in-law and brother might. Like, she makes it sound like she was locked in, like, the Indiana Jones fucking vault with the Ark of the Covenant or something like that. It's like, and she was never seen again. It's like, I think some people know.
So I had to make a tough decision, and it was traumatic for me because I loved those.
Oh god, I love that word, traumatic. God, it's traumatic for me, guys. I literally had to go to Kuwait. It's traumatic, guys. Literally, I couldn't have hung around for an extra week. Just couldn't. Oh, the trauma. Oh, guys, it's so traumatic.
Cats, they were my babies. I had my best friend and roommate.
Do you usually just like hate your babies and want to kill them? Like, what? It's like, oh, it's so traumatic for me. They were my babies. That's why I just randomly give one away to like some person who like immediately fucking dumped them, and the other one I give away without vetting the person like whatsoever. And you know, if I wasn't able to give them away, I was just gonna kill them. So you know,
time, take care of them for me. He's lived with them for many years, and
Pete can't even look after himself.
Maybe people think that they could have been better taken care of.
Maybe people think that. Yeah, I think that's where we're literally here addressing the cat abuse allegations. Like, so I think yes, maybe some people do think maybe they could have looked after better. Pete can't look after himself. What the fuck is this?
With people that are going to think that, yeah, their eating area could have been cleaner sometimes. We were both dealing with severe depression and a lot of problems.
It's weird you're not mentioning a time frame there. Like when was the extreme depression? Like since when? Until when? That's kind of something important to you, because you just showed like earlier on when you're showing like the random clips being like, oh my god guys, look how well they're looked after and look how happy they are, smile, oh my god they're so happy. Like that doesn't fit with like the whole, well, oh they may have suffered a bit because we were dealing with depression. Like, so what's the time frame on that? You really kind of need to go into that. Also, if you're just acknowledged that like Pete was dealing with severe depression and wasn't able to even look after himself, why would you think to leave two cats alone with him?
And we were neglecting ourselves, but they were always fed. I don't know where the story came from, but we starved them. They were always fed. BBJ always.
I even remember a time when Pete was on live stream and said that there was no cat food in the house. Like I specifically remember that. Like, so I think maybe that's where it came from. Like, your roommate, the one you had left the cats with to look after, specifically said there is no food in the house for them.
She's a very vocal cat, and especially as she started aging, she became more and more whiny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Possibly because that thing you popped up, it said because they're in pain because of medical conditions. Yeah. Remember that thing you popped up? That was a really good fucking argument in your defense.
Okay. So, but trolls and internet haters called.
Now we have the trolls, the Chinians, and the Beezers, guys. It's a war of the three armies right now. It's like the last Hobbit movie. We haven't got to the 5 armies yet. There's going to be more coming. We're going to have the Kiwi farmers at some point. And, I don't know, fucking, who else? The Missy Moos. It's just going to be Missy Moo and, like, her fucking, like, I don't know, cats or something like that. Does she have cats? Is she crazy? I don't really know much about Missy Moo. I just know she exists.
Animal Protective Services on us 3 times.
Okay.
They came in.
Thanks for including the burp. Thanks for not cutting that out. I'm really glad we included that.
And each time left satisfied that the cats were not abused and they were fine, which is their job. So
thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, their area could have been cleaner. I will give you that. That is neglectful. It should be a lot more tidy. Most of their lives it was.
So are you like, is this like video admitting that she's not is this her stellar defense? It's like she's like in court, you know when you do like a plea deal and you try and go for like a lesser, it's like, well I didn't murder him, it's manslaughter. And so you go try and go for like a lesser one to try and not get, is her argument, it's like, well I didn't abuse the cats, I just neglected the cats. Is that seriously the fucking argument we're going for here? Like, okay, fucking stellar plan. Also, I heard that like the animal protective services that went never actually got inside, and that there's no reports. And people have been like demanding her to release reports for like months and months and months, and she still hasn't released any of the reports because like obviously like animal protective services would have made reports if they had attended, because you know it's their job, as like she says.
Said there was a time where we were depressed and even neglecting our own.
What time? What time frame? Guys, there was a time when we were depressed. Like, what was it? A single morning? A week? A day? A fortnight? Like, you know, give me a fucking time scale here.
By the way, I know this video is going to anger a lot of those people because they don't want anything to be true. They don't like the truth. They get angry with the truth. They want their own narrative to be true so that they have content. And
they don't like anything to be true apart from their own narrative, which they like to be true. Good. That was really... I'm glad she's staring up in the corner being, what the fuck am I even saying here? Fantastic. What has she provided? What evidence has she provided? What information has she fucking provided? They're going to be so upset about this because I'm fucking taking them down. You've said nothing so far, bro.
And a fan base to think they're credible people, but they're 100% not.
I'm glad we included that. Thank you so much.
So let's get into this person who has the cat now and is lying about it. And
I thought FFG didn't have the cat. I thought it was FFG's sister-in-law.
Bit of the history on that, because there are new people here, and that's also why I'm doing this video.
No, there
new
aren't.
People who come here thinking that I'm an animal abuser, etc., etc.
No, there's no one new coming here. There's no one new coming here, and anyone who is coming here has already seen the evidence, and that's why they think you're a cat abuser. Like, I really don't know who this is for.
I think that they deserve this explanation as well. So there's this person,
She's talking so slow, I'm going to do the 1.5 here.
I'll not mention their name. I don't want to bring attention to their channel. I know they would love that. And they're probably very happy I'm even acknowledging their existence. That's what they...
Doesn't she, like, talk about FFG, like I said, I don't watch her, like, live streams that often, but doesn't she talk about FFG, like, all the fucking time? Like, fucking... That's one of the biggest reasons why I dropped out, because I used to watch FFG. I haven't watched FFG in ages. Because at one point, it literally became the FFG versus Chantel show. That was all it was. It was just them, like, counter stream sniping each other and stuff like that, and lady, like, FFG was just watching streams where Chantel was just ranting about her, and then she'd comment on her, and then Chantel would do another live stream where she was ranting about the stuff that FFG said in response to her. I was just like, I got to a point where I was like, this isn't really even fun anymore, because it's not even Chantel being goofy and weird and stupid like in her, like, couples vlog. It was just FFG and Chantel snipping at each other constantly, and I just lost interest in it entirely. So I tune in every once in a while, but I that was like the last time I think was during the BBJ thing, because it was like fun. That was good. That was good crack. Like, but like, doesn't she like talk about her like constantly still?
And they sit there like a coward, behind an avatar, never showing their face. But
except all the times they showed that literally you showed a picture from a video of what? What a weird claim.
I showed it on my thumbnail.
Yeah.
And actually, I could...
You showed it, yeah, you showed it on your thumbnail because she's posted pictures of her face before. People know what she looks like. It's like, what a weird claim.
See why they're so hateful. No offense. I try...
Oh no, there's another picture of this person who never shows their face, showing her face on a video. What?
So hard not to dig at people's looks. But
sorry, fucking
from
what?
Someone who's done nothing but make a career out of doing that to me, I can see.
All she does is take a piss out of people's looks. Well, that or their parenting abilities and them having children, because, you know, she's just like Amberlynn. She's just like psychotic and just upset that other women can have children because she can't. Like, what the fuck? Guys, I try not to go for people's appearance. That's literally all I fucking hear from her.
Why they do that now? By looking at their face. So, this person is a complete moron. No content. No life. The minute I upload something, they just take it. Go.
I thought this was about cats. Did I get on the wrong bus? Did I get on the wrong bus? I thought this was about cats. It's like, she has no content and she's a fucking ugly bitch. It's like, cats? I thought we were talking about the cat allegations. I just like, she's a fucking ugly bitch and she's stupid as fuck too. And she has like no content. No one likes her. It's like, okay, cool.
When this person is also obese and literally looks like an egg on legs.
But she doesn't go after appearances, guys.
Just a complete loser.
What?
And
but guys, cat abuse allegations. Also, she's fat. I think I do think I got on the wrong bus here. How the fuck have we got 20 minutes left of this? I'm probably going to start skipping because because I'm mainly interested in the cat. Like I said, the FFG Chantel stuff I'm not super interested in. So if it's just going to be a lot more just like whining about FFG in general and saying she's like fat, I'm probably just going to skip through until she actually talks about the cat again.
I would never starve my cats, okay? I think there was one live stream where my roommate couldn't find her wet food where I put it, which was solved like an hour later, and they always have dry food out, but anyway. So
sure, okay, cool. But there's no evidence of that. Like, there was no evidence it was dry food out of Pete's saying there is no food for the cats. It's weird that there's like, oh no, there was. It was just, there was dry food out already, but Pete's apparently didn't know that when he went and looked. So did he just like, does he have like is he like a Tyrannosaurus Rex? Did he not notice the dry food because it wasn't moving or something like that? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, okay, she mentioned the cats again, thank fuck. All we really skipped over was her saying like FFG's ugly and fat and smokes a lot and is disgusting and it's like Marge Simpson's like sister and she's disgusting and I have like a way cooler life than her. That's verbatim it. Also, she's called Natter ugly and a swordfish because, you know, she doesn't go after people's appearances in any way, guys.
Then it was, I'm gonna rescue this cat. I want to rescue this cat.
Okay.
So she wanted to look like a big hero, okay? And even though humane euthanasia is not cruel if it's warranted, which is why I had a vet appointment to determine that. I was doing the responsible thing. Now.
Yeah, but your argument is I just decided, because my cat's old and it would be inconvenient for me to bring it to Q8 or rehome it, I probably should kill the cat. Like, she's kind of skipping over, like, everything, like, everything that kind of happened between the whole thing.
I didn't realize that, like, how often their nails would have had to been clipped. Now, Sam scratches furniture, like the abuser he is. But, so when I came home from Kuwait 3 months later, his nails were fine. They were mildly grown. They weren't ingrown. They were fine. Because he was kept filing them down, probably with his scratch post and furniture. BBJ, however, shortly after I came home, I checked her paws. Okay. And noticed, when I saw them, the immediate thing, my heart sank, and I was like, oh shit, oh shit. They were grown in the pads, some of them. And
she literally claimed, like originally, that it was just a lie, that it was not true. That was her claim initially, that was just not true. Now she's saying she returned from Kuwait and, like, immediately noticed this. How is she going to account for the 3 weeks of not taking her to the vet then?
I tried with the nail clipper to take them out, but, like, she wasn't having it. And I thought, okay, I'm going to deal with it when she goes to the vet. I was going to have everything taken care of when she went to the vet. Should that have been taken care of sooner? Yes.
Which was?
It was ignorant and negligent on my part to not even really think about that.
It was abusive, yeah, I agree with you. It was actually, like, totally abusive. Like, now that you're saying that you fully saw the nails had grown into the pads, apparently in 3 months, bullshit, fuck right off. Like, just nonsense. Just nonsense, guys. Now that she's saying, I saw it shortly after I got back from Q8, she has nothing. Like, oh yeah, it was silly of me to wait too long. It's like, no, it was abusive of you to wait too long.
Especially, her nails grew a lot faster because as cats get into senior level, they neglect their care. They don't scratch. And they're...
Do you know who also neglects and doesn't care for them well enough? Aye.
Nails grow much more coarser and faster because they don't scratch anymore. She doesn't scratch furniture. She just kind of sleeps there all day.
Okay, cool. So maybe you should have, like, paid attention to it and kept, like, up to date with it and, like, I don't know, organized for Pete's to check them routinely. Like, obviously this is all nonsense. Like, in 3 months it wouldn't grow from perfectly finely clipped to embedded in paw. There's no fucking chance. There's literally no fucking chance. So it's already fucking stupid. But she's now saying that she was, like, aware of that. So it's like, well, why didn't you schedule for, like, the mobile vet to come out halfway through your trip and clip them whilst you were away? Because, Pete couldn't do it himself. So why didn't you organize that?
The irony and the hypocrisy of this person wanting to save my cat from euthanasia, drum roll please, is the...
If she's gonna do the fucking nonsense argument of FFG's dogs were sick and she kept them alive and looked after them and then eventually had to put them down, if it's gonna be that, I'm just gonna skip to the next point because it is just a fucking stupid point and it's just her trying for anything. It's like, oh well, I wanted to kill my cat so I could go and live with a guy I met on Tinder a month ago. She looked after her dogs and spent thousands upon thousands of dollars looking after her dogs and then eventually put them down. We're literally the same person. If it's that shit, we're just skipping to the next point.
Moving on. Her audience don't have it. That's why we call them zombies. They have no brains.
I thought you called them chinians a second ago. Congratulations, you absolute dumb shit. You can't even fucking keep your insults fucking consistent. Holy shit, she's so fucking stupid. A bit skip. Yeah, it was just that. It was literally just like, oh, she talked about, it's like, oh, well, she had one dog who was chronically ill. She kept them alive with medication and then had to euthanize them. It's like, yes, that's like kind of what you give medication to animals to make them last longer and be healthier, So you just don't go like, oh shit, it stubbed its toe, bang, oops, sorry, I didn't want to give you a painkiller because I don't want to do medication, guys. Oh, thanks for including that as well.
So I had two things happen. I managed to rehome Sam, Chubby Hughes, to somebody...
Chubby Hughes. Look how much I care about him, guys. I have a nickname.
Close in the family. And
that lasted.
They're going to foster Sam now. Actually, there's somebody else fostering Sam now. The first person it didn't.
Congratulations, you changed your own story during the same sentence. Wow, you're fucking good at this.
Work out. They had to leave, move away, and all this and that. So I was disappointed.
Okay, sure.
And now that he's being refostered, I don't want him just in foster care. I want him, and I want to try everything I can.
Yeah, literally the only reason you want this fucking cat back is to prove people wrong and to annoy people who dislike you. That is the only reason this bitch wants a fucking cat back. The only fucking reason. She don't give a fuck about the cat. She barely fucking mentioned the cat since she came to fucking Q8 until all this fucking drama happened, and now she's like, oh shit, well, I want him back. Literally just to upset people. That is entirely it. She just wants him back to upset people. She don't give a fuck about the cat.
To bring him now. I've changed my mind and I want him. So
I've changed my mind. I love him so much. He's like a baby to me. I've changed my mind. I actually want him. He's mine.
So at the same time for BBJ, she was a tougher decision due to her age and problems.
What, I feel like we're on repeat here. We got 13 minutes left. We're 2/3 of the way through this video. I feel like we're repeating shit, so I'm going to probably start skipping here because we're already now just repeating shit again about how it was a tougher decision. What should I do with her because of her age? Like, we've already covered this, so let's just start skipping.
That this person, this bully, online bully, offered to take my cat. Of course she did. Not because she cared about the cat, because she wanted the clout and she wanted to use it for content, which she has done. Actually, she's made a very lucrative career of using my.
Well, she's made a very lucrative career just shit-talking you in general much long before the cat thing happened. Are you not going to include the thing she promised to sign an NDA so no one would ever know she had the cat? It's weird that you've left that bit out when she has, like, the evidence of it, but I guess you do you. She covered the bit where she's like, oh, Pete's is a very honest person. He can attest to it, but she says contest because she's stupid. She said, oh, well, he can attest. I'll correct her because I'm nice. Attest to that, you know, we did check the clause and he held up the phone, but the FaceTime wasn't super clear, but they looked okay and he said they're okay. Pete is not an honest person. Pete is a fucking lunatic. I'm sorry, I wouldn't trust a single thing fucking Pete says. If Pete says the sky's blue, I would look out the fucking window just to be sure. He's a fucking lunatic. Like, I'm sorry, it's just fucking nonsense. Then she said, oh yeah, so when I got home and I saw that the clause were embedded, I booked an appointment for a couple of days later. I mean, you know, like, for a short time later. What? She makes it sound like she was, like, going to take, like, BBJ 2 days after she got back from fucking Canada. Sorry, back from Kuwait. But FFG got, like, BBJ, like, less than a week before Chantel went back. Weeks after she arrived back. And she made it say, oh, a couple of days later I was going to take her to the vets. And then she beat me to it. FFG beat me to it and got the cat to a vet first. Which makes it sound like FFG, like, jumped through her window, like, grabbed the cat and ran like fuck to a vet to, like, race her there. As opposed to you give it away before your vet appointment. Which was the day before, even though it was meant to be the same day. Because it was meant to be the morning, the vet appointments, and then they'll pick it up the day, like, in the afternoon. So, like, your story doesn't even make sense. There's no through line.
So, of course, as someone who loved my cat for so many years, I'm worried about her well-being. I'm actually worried because we haven't seen any video evidence that she's happy and where she is. I think she...
I love that she's pretending she gives a shit about this cat. Like, even when she was doing the, like, I checked over FaceTime about the nails. And maybe that was the first 2 weeks. Yeah, probably the first 2 weeks that I was in Kuwait. And they looked fine. So it must have grown out in after that. And I honestly, I didn't even think about it after that. So I didn't check again afterwards. It's like, and now you're like, I'm so concerned about where the cat... You don't give a shit. You don't. You only wish for the satisfaction of being able to kill the fucking cat yourself. You are just upset someone fucking got to the cat before you could fucking kill it.
She's with this person because there's a picture of her on the sofa that this person has. We've seen this sofa in previous live streams. The person that I was supposed...
Oh, we've seen the sofa in previous live streams, even though you claimed earlier on that she never has shown her face. Like, are you fucking... Like, is she actually stupid? Like, genuinely. Is she actually brain dead? Like, she is so fucking bad at this.
Supposed to rehome to is actually, we found out she's in California, so she cannot physically be there. BBJ cannot be with this person that was supposed to adopt her.
What, does California not exist or something like that? Like, oh, the person apparently is in California, so BBJ can't be with them. You do know cats can, like, go to California. It's not like a cat-free state. It's not like a dog-only state. It's not, you know, we don't really support segregation in California anymore. Like, what is she talking about? She's so fucking stupid. She genuinely is so fucking stupid.
So I said no. I'm not as if I'm going to give my number one bully my pet to take care of. Dream on, as Aerosmith says.
Oh, fuck. Burn. Oh, the yucks for days. The boys at home are fucking clapping for that one. Jesus Christ, that was terrible. Wow. I love when she does a terrible burn. There's always like a 5 to 10 second pause as she like struggles in her head to think of what the fuck to say next.
One of her Chinians just messaged me on Instagram and was very persistent. I did show the DMs online.
Yeah. That was a really good fade out there. Yeah, the one that I'm glad you've blocked them now. I've shown the DMs as proof. Yeah, and they did not help you in any way. I remember covering those. It didn't help you in any way. You look just as fucking stupid. Why are you bringing these up again? Like, what goes through Chantel's head where she goes like, huh, this will show them this time. Like, I know last time everyone laughed at me for this. Round 2, motherfucker. I'm coming out like Rocky Balboa. I'm going for the long fight. Is this gonna be a long one? Yeah, we're just gonna skip this because we've already seen all this shit before.
But the DMs, basically, she was very persistent, saying I would never talk about it online, blah blah blah. And you actually clear me. She said like,
yeah, well, technically they're right then because that person hasn't talked about it online. Like, how are you so bad at this? Oh, and then she claimed that she wouldn't talk about it online, and it's like, and then the person didn't. The person, Amy Flowers, didn't talk about it. You're so fucking bad at this. Why are you so shit at everything you do? You can't even fucking mukbang correctly, and now you're trying to do a fucking response video, and you're too stupid to even fucking spell.
You know, I'm a chronically ill person. I'm just in bed all day. I can take care of an elderly pet. I would love to have someone to snuggle with.
Yes, they were memeing you. They were memeing you. I'm sorry to fucking break it to you. They were memeing you.
You know, elaborate sob story, and just kept messaging me, and I built a little bit of trust with her, even in a short period of time. And
when have we seen that before? With the fucking Tinder date you married like a month later. Oh my god, imagine. It's almost like you don't fucking learn at all.
I said, you know, I checked my cat's nails and I do want to bring her to the vet to have her checked out before I rehome her. Is that okay? And they said, no, let me take care of it. I'll take her to the vet, you know? So to me, this person was very convincing.
To me, this person was very convincing. Why? Why was any of that convincing? Are you actually stupid? Like, I'm sorry. I love what she thinks. Her saying, like, the day of the pickup. Oh, by the way, actually, I just happened to notice her claws are little bit bad. Just a smidge bad. Tiny bit. No, don't even concern yourself. Smidge bad. Do you mind if I very quickly rush the cat to the vet before I meet you later on today? That bullshit. And how quickly the second woman's like, no, it's fine. I'm more than happy to pay for it. And you're like, yes, fuck, here you go. And you fucking yeet at the cat at her fucking face. I'm amazed you even opened the front door. You didn't chuck the cat out the fucking window at them as they drove past.
And
how does she not realize this just makes her look bad?
But I mean, that's the chance you're taking when you sell, or when you sell something online, when you meet someone online, when you rehome a pet online. You know, you don't know for sure because you don't know.
I love she's talking like rehoming, like apparently like a 21-year-old cat. She's talking about that in the same way I would talk about like selling a comic book on fucking eBay. You never know when you sell something online. It's like, I don't give a shit when I sell my fucking comic book where the fuck it goes. I'd care about my dog. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
These people, no matter what. So I said, okay, you know, that's cool. Like, they really want to take her to their own vet. Maybe I understand that.
Maybe I understand that.
Of course, though, knowing now that it was actually FFG who took the cat, because her brother, it was actually the bully's brother, and the bully was actually hiding behind a snowbank outside of my house.
You're a fucking idiot. Could you not even edit out the bit where you said FFG? Could you not even edit? I love she was like, FFG, I mean the bully. It's like, you're so bad at this. How are you so stupid? You don't even remember to fucking edit that bit out. Holy shit, you're dumb.
So, she took the cat. Of course she wanted to take the cat to the vet. Because she could milk it for clout, views, and money, which she did.
Even though she had offered to sign an NDA, which you refused, like, because you're fucking stupid. Like, you literally could have avoided all of this shit, and you purposely didn't.
She went online after and was like, oh, I have the cat, you know, bloop, I have the cat. I took her to the vet. She was screaming. The cat always screams when you touch her nails. Not saying that the nails growing in wouldn't be painful, and yes, I feel guilty about that. But they would have been taken care of by me. All of these problems that the cat had would have been taken care of by me.
Didn't you already during this say that the cat had arthritis and kidney failure and urinary tract infections and all, which you hadn't dealt with? And it's like, but you knew about them all. You knew about the claws. And you hadn't done anything. It was like, but I would have, eventually, at some point, probably, eventually, maybe done it. In the same time I was taking them to the vets to see if I should kill them. I was probably going to deal with it at the same time. What is this fucking counterpoint? What is this fucking counterpoint? She thinks she saved the cat. She literally fucking saved the cat.
She would have been assessed by her regular vet. She's claiming that there's notes that the vet said the cat was abused for years. We have no proof of that also. The notes from the vet are not clear. And I could actually...
The notes of vets are, not clear. They're not clear. They're not clear. It's like... That's a really bad counterpoint. Like, if your counter argument isn't, that is not what is said on those notes. And it's like, it's not clear. That's a bad look. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen those fucking notes. That's a bad look. Immediately her saying that makes me just to believe that actually is what's said on the fucking notes.
Again, go back and watch those videos I posted in this video.
Dude, guys, literally, I'm not going to go back and show them. It is just her. Like, one of them in particular, like half the video, like half of her example clips is just from one video of her petting the two cats. That's it. From an indistinguishable amount of time ago, her petting the two cats. Like, look, guys, I didn't abuse it. Because at one point, during the apparent 18 years I owned the cats, apparently at one point, I petted them, so I can't be an abuser, guys.
Of a chronically ill cat who's in pain and suffering. And they can't tell us they're in pain. But that's maybe why she always cried all the time. So...
What? Oh, why would you include that? She can't tell us why she's in pain. Well, maybe she can. Maybe that's why she's screaming all the time. Why would you include that? Why the fuck would you actually include that? Are you psychotic? How? How the fuck is she so bad at this? How? I'm so... Oh my Christ, that... I can't wait for this to be done. I can't wait for this to be done.
Alright, guys. Thanks for listening. I'll see you.
Okay, that was, you really missed nothing else at the end there. She pretty much just said that the only regret she has is not the claws, it is that BBJ is with an evil person like FFG, and she's probably not even safe, guys. We've only seen one picture of her recently, and she didn't look happy because she's wearing an ugly collar. She doesn't even like collars, but I can't wait. I just have to move on with my life from this, knowing that she's probably being tortured right now, and I will have to move on with my life and just get new cats and get Sam back. And I also have Howie, but Sam probably won't kill Howie. I'm not stupid like FFG's fans are. It's like, bro, you literally in this video admitted that you knew that the claws were fucked up and waited apparently weeks before trying to even think about taking her to the fucking vets. So fuck off. So yeah, a bit of a shit show. I need to try and trip this down because it's probably still going to end up an hour long even with all the trimming down. But I will have a closing statement. Foodie, you're a cunt. Go fuck yourself. I hope you never get near another animal in your entire fucking existence. If I hear that you got hit by a bus tomorrow, I'd feel sorry for just the bus. Also, just so everyone knows, Karate Joe died. Fucking lol. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.